Hey guys, so we we went, right? Me and Jay went to watch a movie called The Forge, and it was an interesting movie, right, Jay?
Yeah, it was interesting. Yep.
It was interesting for you more than for me because
Right.
I went to get like snacks. I went to get onion rings,
Yeah, onion rings. Yep.
and then what happened when I went there?
So when you went to get onion rings, they played this sexual movie. I don't know what it was, but a bunch of women were just, I don't know, like dancing some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So the kids were like, "This ain't no Christian movie." Like shout out real loud in the movie theater, right?
Wow. No,
Yeah,
I'm glad I wasn't there.
yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't there. But we went to watch The Forge, and when I got there, it was the real movie, and it was a movie about a young man who life wasn't together, and there was a guy who really wanted to help him out, right?
Yep.
So I know like there were things that I liked from the movie, like things that stood out to me. Was there anything that stood out to you?
Ooh, anything that stood out to me in the movie? Huh.
Well,
Um.
why you think about that, right?
Right.
To me, the movie kind of remind me of these coconuts, right? So this coconut is already cracked,
Right.
and it was used. You could have get jelly out of it, you could get water out of it, and this is healthy and it has a purpose.
Right.
This coconut right here is young and immature. There ain't really nothing you could do with this.
Right.
I don't even think you could like plant it. And in the movie, it was like the young man, he was like this small coconut, and he couldn't, you know, get anything done. He
Right.
wasn't able to help his mother, his friends. He didn't have anything to his name. But as the movie progressed, right, he started to learn how important it was for him to grow
Yep, for sure.
so that he
Yep.
could become like this big coconut.
Right.
In the movie, there was a guy who was mentoring him and like kind of teaching him stuff in life, right? So one of the biggest things from that is how important mentors are. Like in my life, I didn't really have any mentors, so I had to figure out things on my own, and that's difficult. That's hard.
Very, very difficult. Yep.
I don't, but it's still possible to kind of get to that place.
Right.
But another thing that happened is he gave his life to Jesus, and that's when a lot of the changes started happening in his life.
Yep. Remember the forgiveness part? The forgiveness.
What happened in the forgiveness part?
That's when he went into his room and he was like, I want you God to take away anything, from me, like any hatred from my father and
Oh
different
yeah.
things. That part.
Oh yeah. Exactly, because the hatred that he had was holding him back
Right.
from really living that pure life. So that was another thing, right? And as soon as this is a movie, right? Because as soon as this man gave his life to Jesus, my boy start living. He start working harder.
Yep.
He start like treating people with respect.
Right.
There's like so many different things that he did
True.
that really caused him to grow in his life.
When the hat came off, that was it. That was it.
But yeah, and in the end, right, he ended up saving the company that he worked at because they had to work through the night to keep an account that they needed.
Right.
But he basically ended up saving the company. So with all of that said, when I think about the way we're supposed to live our lives as men, at least for me, it was really good to remember that giving yourself to God is the greatest thing you can do, because everything that he wants to do for you is for your good and not your evil. It's easy to think that this world wants your good, but this world wants you to suffer and be destroyed. This world wants you to end up like this coconut, so that the world could use you instead of like this coconut, so you could give back to the people who God wants you to help. So I like this. And even at the end of the movie, he end up talking to this girl, and they end up talking. That's all that
Right.
happened.
Yeah,
But-
I wanted the movie to continue. I wanted the girl more in the movie, but you know that didn't happen.
But you know what's interesting about that, right? He had to fix every part of his life
Right,
before she could even be in it.
right.
So if you think about that, it's kind of like, that makes sense. Because a lot of times a relationship starts, but the people is broken.
Right,
And if he had started a relationship when he could have in the beginning of the movie,
right.
it wouldn't have been good.
True.
But now it could be much, much better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But any other things you thought about?
What other things? I thought he apologized to the her father. That he apologized and he came over there. And you know everybody was kind of like shocked
Yeah.
at that part. That's about it, really.
Yeah. Okay. So what would you rate that movie?
Ooh, rating. I would give it a 7, 8.
7, 8? Yeah, I'll probably give it the same. I mean, you know, it was a Christian movie, so
Yeah.
it has all the tropes, but it was still a strong message about,
Right.
you know, not living this worldly life, but living a life for God, you know.
I would say, I would give it an 8 because I, write Christian films, as you know. I know how hard it is, so I would give it an 8
Gotcha.
for that.
That's a good rating. But you know, so just that's what we want to leave with you, is try and grow, be the big coconut, and don't stay like this. 'Cause it's
Amen.
not gonna help you. Good. Alright. I could throw it in the water.
Can you? I don't know.
Y'all didn't see
Okay.
that.